I've been seeing the UAE fire alarm trend, and I just want to share with you my story about the fire alarm. The UAE fire alarm, it's like I think every year or every once in a while they try to service it to know that it's working or something. I don't really have much idea on this alarm. So about 3 years ago when I came to this country, I think within my first week or my first month, I am not very sure. I don't really remember that. So it was around, let me say, 2, 3 a.m. At that time, I was living in a partition. It was actually like a family, a friend that we shared a partition together. So the fire alarm started ringing. It started sounding at late night, and I was very scared. Everybody was like, because it was just it was only me that was my first time. I'm the only one that has seen it for the first time. I know fire alarm rings when there is an alarm. Yeah. So everybody was like calm and normal. I had woke up and I was shouting, everybody wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I was trying to get everyone's attention to wake up and then flee the building because there is fire. Normally we know that there is always fire. So in my own head, I checked in the house. There was no fire in the house. So in my own head, I thought maybe the fire is in somewhere else, not in the house, but maybe in the building. So the fire alarm is trying to get our own attention since maybe it's getting upstairs. We were living on the eighth floor. No, on the fourth floor. Yeah. So I was thinking that the fire alarm was trying to get our attention to flee the building because it was getting up. So the other person was actually like a brother to me. He's always on my channel. I'm always mentioning his name on my channel. So I woke him up and his wife, and I was like, let's go. The fire alarm is, you know, it's sounding, it's giving us an alarm. So let's go out. And he was like, no, this is normal. It's the alarm does this. Mind you, he was here for about 4 years at that time. Now he's about almost 8 years. Yeah, he was like, no, this thing keeps doing this like once in a while when they have to service it. So it's normal. I still didn't understand the fact that he said it was normal. So I was still pressuring them to let's get out of the building because they would die. Because I didn't listen, I wanted to go out. So we went out. I forced them to go out. And we went out, and when we go to the assembly point of the building, there was no one there. And the alarm it was all over the building, like all over the place. You could hear it even from downstairs. And there was no one there. So I actually knocked the security. The security was always sleeping. If you're here in the UAE, like every building has their own security. Yeah. So the security was still sleeping. Like, why are you sleeping when there is fire in your building? This is when you get to do your job. So I knocked the security's door, the watchman's door, and my brother, he was very angry. He was very angry why he's telling me that it's something that happens every now and then, and I refuse to like listen to him. So I had woke them up, so he was very angry. So when he called the security said, no, there is no problem. It's normal. I still didn't understand or believe this. I was thinking in my head like, oh, I'm going to sleep, and the next day they'll hear that, oh, Matilda died in the fire. Yeah. So even though I went to sleep, but the fire alarm did not stop ringing. So like it did that like once in a while that same night, about 4 or 5 times before the next day, and it kept doing it. So since then, when I hear this, even at now, I don't think if I hear like if there is really fire, I will run unless I see the fire because this thing keeps happening, and it has made me believe that it's always like servicing or test or something. So I'm not going to pay attention to it. Yeah, so this is the story about the UAE fire alarm. If you have been here in the UAE for some time now, you will understand what I'm saying. You will get it. Yeah, so the UAE fire alarm is not something most of the times to be worried about, but you have to always be sure before you like relax about it, because the fire alarm is always for fire. Okay. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. It's been a while, but we are here. How are you? I hope you're fine. Please subscribe, subscribe to the channel, okay? And also leave your comments down in the comment section.